Welcome back to A View to a Grill. I'm Johnny, and today is the 4th episode of my Let's Lose Weight series, where I have set a goal for myself to lose 20 pounds. Today we're going to go over some before and after stats. We're also going to check out this grilled flank steak, which I turn into a delicious tortilla wrap. I'm going to tell you about an exercise I do using the Golden's cast iron dumbbells. We're going to go over whether or not I've lost weight and check out some before and after body shots. As always, remember, I am not a weight loss expert, a nutritionist, or an exercise guy. Literally just a fat dude trying to minimize my pudge. That actually sounded kind of nasty, but it wasn't meant to be. Now, if you don't know, I do have an Instagram page, and if you'd like to go take a second, follow me on Instagram. I'd appreciate it a lot. Now, I figured if I stay above 7,000 steps a day per week, less than 2,000 calories a day per week, I should lose around 5 pounds or more a month. Last week, I averaged 10,100 steps a day, and then this week, I averaged 8,800 steps per day. This week, I averaged 1,563 calories a day, which is well below the average of 2,000 that I'm trying to keep. Now, let's talk a little about exercise. Now, as far as exercise goes, I'm doing pretty good. I am still using the Golden's cast iron dumbbells and kettlebells during my exercise routine. This week, I'm doing this HIIT dumbbell routine because this HIIT routine says it's the best way to burn fat. So that's what I'm talking about. Now, I'm still not up to where I can do an entire circuit like they prescribe, but I am going to do this top row until I work my way up to being able to do the whole thing. Now, this T push-up exercise, since I'm older and not in the military anymore, it is harder for me to do. It's the most challenging one of them all. I'm taking no shame in this, that I'm modifying this, and I'm doing this from my knees until I can build up enough muscle to do it just like the card. On my knees, I'm going to take the front leaning rest, go down for a push-up, and then extend my right arm, and then go down for a push-up and extend my left arm. Let me tell you what, that will give you quite the workout, filling it in the chest. Now, let's talk about that grilled flank wrap, where I'm going to take this flank steak, I'm then going to marinate it, and then I'm going to grill it up to a wonderful color and make this delicious wrap. You're going to love it. To make this flank steak wrap, we're going to need a 1/4 cup of olive oil. We're also going to need a 1/2 cup of lemon juice, a couple of teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce, a 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/2 teaspoon of pepper, and a tablespoon of salt, and some squeezed garlic. Now, in no particular order, we're going to get all of those ingredients into a Ziploc baggie. Then we're going to zip it up, twirl it up, and shake it up until all the ingredients come together. And when I was done, I had some marinade that looked like this. Now, all we have to do is get that flank steak in the bag, and on a tray, put it in the refrigerator and let it marinate for 4 to 6 hours. Now, for our sauce, we're going to need an 8-ounce bottle of Mexican crema, and we're also going to be using this spicy ranch dressing. One of the awesome things about this ranch dressing is that it is a ton of flavor, 0 calories. All we have to do is pour the crema into a shake bottle and then put the entire contents of the packet of spicy ranch right along with it. Next, just shake it up, and when you're done, you'll have some spicy creamy ranch dressing that looks like this. For the wrap, I'm going to be using these Mission tortilla wraps. I'll also be using some cherry tomatoes, bell peppers, shallots, iceberg lettuce, salt, and pepper to taste. And then later you'll see these avocados come in play. I'll just cut the shallots into thin slices and then separate them into rings. Next, I'll de-seed the bell pepper and cut them into bite-sized chunks. And then I'll split all of those cherry tomatoes. I'll get them into a bowl and then salt and pepper to taste. And then I'll squeeze in the juice from 1/2 lemon. Now, I won't cut the avocados until it's time to wrap because I don't want them to turn brown. 4 to 6 hours later, it's time to salt and pepper our flank steak. I already have my Golden's cast iron set up for 2-zone cooking, and now I'll just put in our flank steak. This is the color we're going for when grilling our flank steak. Now I'll just take a quick temperature, which is reading 103.2 degrees. That needs a little more to go, so I'll just rotate my grill grate over to the cool side, close the lid, and let it finish on indirect heat. We'll check on it 4 and 5 minutes later, and then we'll recheck our temperature. The internal temperature is now 128 degrees, and it's time to pull the flank steak off. Now we can shred our lettuce and cut the avocado into small slices. Then we'll just warm up our tortilla and set it on the cutting board. The first thing I'll do is put down a bed of shredded iceberg lettuce. I'll then salt it and squeeze on a little lemon juice. Next, I'll cut up my flank steak into thin slices, and you can see how juicy that flank steak is. Then I'll cut these strips into more manageable bite-sized pieces. Now I'll put the meat on top of the bed of shredded iceberg lettuce. Next, I will grab a good handful of the tomato salad and put that right on top. And then I'll follow that up with those sliced avocados. Now all I have to do is wrap it and cut it in half. And check this out. Looks delicious. When I took this taste test, I immediately realized I forgot something, and it was the spicy ranch dressing. And now we'll get some of that spicy ranch dressing on and take another taste test, and that is exactly what this was missing. This wrap is totally delicious. Now it's time to check on if I had a weight gain or loss. Now if you want to see my baseline weight, you're gonna have to watch episode 1. Last week I came in at 205 pounds, which was a 1.8 pound gain. Last week was a fail, which put me at a 2.8 pound series weight loss. Now this week was a great week. I came in at 200.8 pounds, which was a loss of 4.2 pounds, which takes me to a series loss of 7 pounds. And I'm going to give credit to the additional exercise and fewer calories, which turned out to be a great week for last week. Now let's take a look at some before and after body shots. Now don't forget to follow me on Instagram if you want. Let's get into these body shots. I can see some definite weight loss. The belly does not stick out as far as it used to be. Even on these front shots, you can see that my waist is getting slimmer. And then the other side, you can see my belly is not sticking out as far as it used to be. I am starting to see a real difference in my body. Honestly, I don't feel any different, so I'm not feeling a difference yet, but I am seeing a difference. Now, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching A View to a Grill. I'll see you guys next time. Take care, y'all.